It's me again. Woo! I have two excursions to talk about in this vlog. Both at Be Here Now. I tried to go to an open mic at Be Here Now a week ago, and it failed. It wasn't successful because, you know, they said the sign up begins at 9, and I tried to get there at 9. Car trouble and my own foolish. I'm used to Earlham time, because at Earlham, you know, you're always able to be like 5 to 10 minutes late. So I was 15 minutes late, and it was completely signed up. Like, the entire open mic was full, so I had no chance to perform that night. So that was a really good lesson to me on how to. That you gotta be on time for these things. It's a competitive industry. Even Indiana, where like it's much less competitive than other places, I still got to get there on time. But I stayed and watched a couple of the acts, and all of them were music. It was no stand-up. One or two people did funny songs. That's something I faced at a number of open mics, and it always makes me nervous because like, this isn't my crowd. But the more and more I think about it, it means that crowd has lower expectations because they're not coming to laugh. They're just coming to watch music. Then you come and make them laugh, and they're like, "Oh, hey, you're making me laugh right now. I dig that." I think it changes the material I can do because they're not in a mindset to deal with more offensive material, but they are more open to laughter and to me not being as good as other comedians. Then I went back the next week with my professor, Mickey, professor and advisor, and he filmed me performing. I was the second act, and no one laughed at any of my jokes. The room got silent. I held their attention for a good 3 or 4 minutes before people started talking amongst themselves and ignoring me as I talked. But it was good. I felt like I kept my composure. Mickey said that the entire time I seemed nervous and like with this very restless energy, which I think probably depleted the audience's confidence in myself. I'm coming to find I always bomb a place that I perform at the first time because it's like a new venue and I'm not used to it. But that said, I'm glad I did it. As I was leaving with Mickey, first the performer went before me, stopped me, and was like, "Hey man, great job out there." And I was like, "Oh man, yeah, I guess. Next time maybe I can make him laugh." He was like, You shut up. You are so much further along than all the other people who want to be a comedian because you have the balls to go up there and do it. Way to go, man. Then we were outside, and then the dude running the open mic walked out from behind the bar and came outside and hugged me and was like, "Hey, I loved it. Come back." It warmed my heart. It was a great experience. I was able to talk with Mickey on the drive back about my performance and how I could improve. He gave me hints on my jokes. The bit was very spread out. It started with me talking about singing, then went to wrestling, then then went to high school, then went to a different part of high school, then went back to singing, then went to the concept of ideas, then went to prom, ended with a bad punchline. That's a lot to fit into a 7-minute bit. And so none of those bits in there were like well formed. So I'm planning on cutting it down and just focusing on a couple to really bring out the comedy in those. And he also talked about my timing, which I'm going to work on, and I have high hopes. So that's this week. Let's hope I can edit it in time.